The object of my previous video was to show you how easy it is to make a basic object in Fusion 360. In this video I'm going to show you how to make some interesting but very simple corrections, amendments to this bolt. But I'm also going to show you how to turn the bolt into a nut. My name is Roy van den Munkhoff. I will be trying to create a 1/8 scale model of the Delage 15S8 Grand Prix car. But before I can do so, I will first have to make a virtual model of the Delage in Fusion 360, because only by doing so I will have unlimited access to all the dimensions I will require. So this is also going to be the second part, and this is the final part of my introduction to Fusion 360. By the end of this video you'll have a very basic understanding of what Fusion 360 is capable of, what it's all about. A very basic understanding, but still it's better than nothing. The man who introduced me to CAD drawing is my friend, Brit Modeler Forum member Nick D. Some 2 years ago, Nick showed me the magnificent drawing work by Mr. Witold Jaworski. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Both men inspired me to try using drawing software in aiding me with the McLaren MP4-6 project I was working on at that time. It was very helpful, but I confined myself to using 2D software because the 3D suite called Blender looked way too complex for me. Here is a view of Nick's 3D model of the Fiat 806 Grand Prix racing car. It's the same year as the Delage 1927, but unfortunately they never were direct competitors due to circumstances. But this footage clearly shows some of the magic Nick can do with just a few surviving photographs and some partially incorrect blueprints. Long story short, after my second video, Nick commented in my topic on Brit Modeler that drawing a bolt like I had done in Fusion 360 was much harder to do in Blender, and it took him longer. While saying that Blender may be the better choice for some purposes, according to Nick, Fusion 360 would win in many others. I decided to make this third video to show some of the flexibility offered by Fusion 360. We'll use the bolt created in the last video and easily amend its characteristics, even turning it into a nut. After that, I'll show a neat way to literally insert prefab bolts and nuts into an existing project, so without having to draw them yourself. First, let's amend the thread. Fusion lets you choose between several standards. This is just an example. Another example. Not having to draw this yourself saves time and effort. The direction can be set left or right in one click. Jumping back in time, the curvature of the head can be changed. After the sketch is changed, the software remembers we wanted this sketch to revolve and cut. Similarly, we can go back to our first sketch to amend a dimension. When I add another blade to the arc sketch, and when I edit the cutting action command, selecting both blades, the software remembers we wanted the sketch to revolve and cut. So now it will cut both sides of the head. Now let's do something more radical. We'll go back to the original bolt. It consists of a head and a cylinder. Remember, this cylinder we extruded out of a circle. If we extrude the circle in the other direction and instruct Fusion to cut through the head, we will get the shape of a nut. Adding thread is done in the same way as before. You can set limits to where the thread is. And there you have it, a simple nut. Fusion has an extensive library of designs that can be used freely, from nuts and bolts to complex assemblies. For example, if you were looking for a flywheel, type flywheel, browse, select, and import into your project. Now you can implement and use it according to your needs. Whereas Fusion 360 is costly for companies, it is free to use if you're a hobbyist. Also, you don't need a high-end computer because most calculations are done on Autodesk's mainframes. My next vlog will be about making a plan how to draw the delage. I will also explain why I won't be able to use the results achieved so far. In final, I've been known to post videos irregularly. If you don't want to miss any episode, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.